Hey folks, Josh Reeves here to remind you that the Global Reality is a 100% publicly funded operation that relies on the monthly support of our listeners for survival. We don't have paid advertisements or commercial sponsors who can ever dictate the content of our work. Donations can be made through PayPal by using my PayPal email address, dayglow76@yahoo.com. That's DAYGLOW76@yahoo.com. Or on the Cash App by using the cash tag Reeves Radio. All lowercase, one word, Reeves Radio on the Cash App. You can also purchase all of my work in my download store with all the films, audiobooks, and presentations I have made. And purchasing these items also helps us survive. You can also purchase a membership for the show and access years of archived shows. Support true grassroots media and activism, not beholden to commercial sponsors. We can't survive without you, so show your support today.
Since 2007, one man has dared to expose the sinister power players on all sides of the phony political spectrum. Armed with over 30 years of research knowledge of the paranormal, government conspiracies, geopolitics, secret and ancient societies, the esoteric arts, and much more. One man's quest for knowledge has become a mission for the enlightenment of all people. Broadcasting from the conspiracy ground zero of Dallas, Texas, this is the Global Reality with your host, Josh Reeves.
Alright folks, Josh Reeves here with you. It's November 22nd, 2023, and like the intro always says, I'm coming to you from the conspiracy ground zero of Dallas, Texas, but today that statement's never been more true than it is today, because I'm literally coming to you from the conspiracy ground zero of Dallas, Texas today. I am here, ladies and gentlemen, yes indeed, Dealey Plaza, the Grassy Knoll, the first live podcast coming to you direct from the Grassy Knoll in Dallas, Texas. It's a beautiful day. Dallas, 1 p.m. as the song by the band Saxon goes. That's when it happened, and that's what time it is, and that's where I'm at, and we're here. Dealey Plaza, Dallas, Texas. And you hear the sounds, and the train is going across the tracks, much like they were doing on the day of the assassination. And yeah, here it is, man. We're here. I couldn't think of a more appropriate place to do a show today, and it never occurred to me to ever do this before now. It's kind of odd, but today is my day, so here we go. Because like I said, you know, it's the ground zero for not just that event, but this event and this Kennedy assassination in general is ground zero for my work and for what I do. It's this is a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. Oh, fuck yeah. Because everybody sees me with a microphone and everybody wants to know, like, who the fuck is this guy? What the fuck's he doing? Everybody's looking at, everybody's staring at me. Kind of an odd thing. You see a lot of people with cameras, also like that. You don't see a lot of people, in fact, you see no people walking around talking on a microphone like I am right now. So, people, there's a directing traffic. It's a fucking madhouse down here, as you would expect here in Dealey Plaza. But Yeah, I spent a lot of time in this place. Well, in the early days when right before I started this show in 2007, especially 2005 to 2007, I was down here pretty regularly because we would do 9/11 truth actions down here. That was my idea originally too. No one ever thought of that before me. And we passed out a lot of DVDs and got a lot of information on 9/11 down here. Of course, if you've seen my first film, 9/11 New World Rising from 2007, there was a lot of stuff in there. And, you know, Robert Groden, who was the guy who brought out the Zapruder film with Dick Gregory, the comedian. He has permanent residency down here. He's fought the city of Dallas several times to get the rights to distribute JFK conspiracy information down here. If we can get a chance to talk to him today, I'm sure he's probably going to be swamped. But if we can, then I'll definitely try to. But yeah, man, this is it. This is it. We're here. And I've got on a very appropriate shirt. I don't know, probably won't be able to see it. I would try to get a picture, but you can't really see it. But my shirt says Yoko was a patsy in the global reality with Josh Reeves on the back. I'll try to put some of those up for sale eventually. But yeah, it's crazy down here for sure. Hey, don't let your dog shit on the grassy knoll, motherfucker. I don't think I've ever seen dogs on the grassy knoll, if that's allowed or not. But yeah, it's interesting that you know. Yeah, this is a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. I just thought it would be something interesting to do, something different, you know, something that might get some attention to new people, to my work, you know. Why not? I don't know what you call this area. It's like a concrete enclosure. It's behind the grassy knoll. It's like a reverb chamber. God, I'd love to come down here and do some recording sometime. Just might. You never know. I got a portable audio recorder. That's what I'm using to do this on. So, you know, you never know. I'm going to work my way over here and see if we can get over here towards where Robert Groden is and see maybe if we get a chance to talk to him at all. I don't know that we will, but I'm going to try. Robert, you might remember, was in my first film, 9/11 New World Rising. He also attended the premiere of that film at the Lakewood Theater here in Dallas. And I always found Robert to be a very nice, personable guy. Well, I don't see him. Here's his table. There's his stuff. But I don't see him. That's weird. That's an odd sight to come to the Dealey Plaza and not see Robert Groden at his table. His table's there with his stuff. But it looks like he maybe paid a vagrant to watch his table. I don't know. It's weird. But anyway, nonetheless, here we are. And I don't know if this will go up first or the movie will go up second. I'm not really sure yet. But I'm going to be putting my film from this year, one of 8 films that I made in this year, 2023 alone. Ball, Sports and the Mafia in America, which has a lot of Kennedy assassination stuff in it. I'm going to be putting the standard edition cut up on YouTube tonight. And then, you know, if you haven't seen the movie, you can buy the extended director's cut in the download store, which has a ton of additional content that the standard cut doesn't have. So, again, I made 8 films this year. You know, FAUL the movie being the newest one. That's why I'm wearing this shirt. Yoko was a patsy. If anybody asks me what Yoko was a patsy means, I'll tell them. This is what it means. Yeah, I'll tell you what she was. She was a scapegoat. But yeah, here I am, man. I'm here. I'm in Dewey Plaza. Like I said, I just couldn't think of a better place. And I just thought this would be, something new and different to do. I'm very kind of, I don't know, taken aback by the fact that Robert Groden is not at his usual spot table. Like I said, he fought the city of Dallas for that spot. They tried to shut him down for years. He sued the city of Dallas and won. So, you can usually always find Robert here at his table, pretty much 24/7. I mean, I don't think I've ever come here before now and not seen Robert Groden sitting at his table. It's kind of odd. This is a great little spot, though, in here in this enclosed spot. It's actually, if you want to be technical about it, I'll try to shoot some pictures too. So I can put some pictures into company. Where I'm standing at is, 10 feet maybe. I'm 10 feet away from the Zapruder spot where Abraham Zapruder stood. And, oh wow, I haven't seen this. That's new. That hasn't been here. It wasn't here last time I was here. But yeah, there it is. I've stood up on that spot before where Abraham Zapruder stood. And I got to tell you, when you get up there, it's a lot higher than you think it is. It really is. So I'm standing right behind the Zapruder spot where Zapruder filmed the Amos Zapruder film. And I'm in this little enclosed spot, which is also... Wait a minute, they've changed it. Oh, shit, look at this. I don't know if you can see that. I'll try to take a picture. They actually put a fence, a metal fence around where the infamous wooden fence spot where the shooters were believed to be standing. Yeah. But they closed that part off. Anyway. Yeah, I was down here a few years ago, but it's interesting to see wow, so you can't even go over there? I don't see anybody even standing. You can't go behind the fence anymore? It's like a metal fence in front of, and they've changed that fence out. Yeah, it was full of graffiti. I added some to it one time myself as well. Back in 2007, I did that. But this is a good little spot right here, man. I could sit here and fucking podcast all day. No one would care. Walking around, though, when I first got here was, people see you walking around with a mic. I got my press pass on in case, just in case anybody tries to fuck with me. Hey, look, motherfucker, I'm pressed. Fuck off. This is still America. Regardless. But, yeah, I, like I said at the beginning of the show, the Kennedy assassination stuff for me, it's not only ground zero for conspiracy work, but it's, ground zero for my work. That's where I started. Well, technically I started with UFOs, if you want to be technical. But the UFO thing for me was just something I was got interested in as a kid. And then in the early 1990s when I was in high school, and Oliver Stone's JFK film came out, the school library at this country school I went to, actually in the library had a copy of Crossfire by Jim Mars. I don't know who. I think the librarian must have gotten confused. And they probably watched the JFK film and saw that book was credited as being the basis for the film. And they had this book at our school library, and I saw it. I immediately, checked it out and stuff, and I was the only person that ever checked it out. I did a book report on it like 6 times. But it ended up being what sparked my deeper interest in research and all that stuff, and what led me on the path that I'm on today. So it's been over 30 years since I first read that book and got into this stuff. But I've talked about it many times before, even though I'm born and raised in Dallas and, grew up in the suburbs and in the rural areas, parts of Dallas and stuff. It wasn't until I was like 13 or 14 years old that I even knew about the Kennedy assassination and knew it even happened in Dallas. People just didn't talk about it. I've talked about this many times in past shows, I know, but people just didn't talk about it in those days. It wasn't polite to talk about. And so I never even knew about it. And I remember when I first found out, I was like, what? I didn't even know what happened here. I mean, I've driven through Dealey Plaza a million times in my life and never even knew the significance of this place or anything, didn't know. And so it was very interesting to me to find out all this history. And then I asked my grandmother about it, and she had a safety deposit box in her room, and she had an original newspaper from November 23rd, 1963, and she took it out and showed it to me, and I was reading the headlines, reading the reports, and there was conflicting reports in those newspapers. It was like, wait a minute, this is different than what we're told historically. So when I saw that, I knew right then and there, okay, there's something to this. There's some kind of cover-up that's gone on with this whole thing all these years, so I want to find out about this. And then I saw Oliver Stone's JFK film, and that's ultimately what led me, and it's still, one of my favorite films of all time, even though, obviously I've got problems with certain things in it and things like that. But it's interesting that one of the lines in that movie, I've talked about it many times on the show. I think I've even put it in one of my films, but it always cracks me up. It's kind of the basis of that movie I was talking about that'll be on YouTube later today, Balls, Sports of the Mafia in America. Do me a favor, if you watch the free standard cut I put up on YouTube later today, buy a copy of the extended cut, please. A man's got to eat. And, give me a second here, folks. So, after I read Crossfire, and that's really got me in deep. Jim Marrs did such a good job with that book in presenting the information. And it was mind-blowing to me as a teenager, learning about just stuff like black operations and stuff. But going back to what I was talking about, Oliver Stone's JFK movie, there's a line in there where one of the guys that worked in Jim Garrison's office was named Bill Broussard. He was a real guy, a real historical guy. But they, I guess the feds were putting pressure on him to give them information about Jim Garrison's investigation and case on the Kennedy assassination. And so they're in the movie, they're having an argument about this guy. And one of the guys, he's the guy that, I can't remember this actor's name. He's the guy that played, he's Michael J. Fox's dad in Teen Wolf. And he says, he makes some comment about he spent a month trying to prove that mob guys like Jack Ruby were hooked up with Hunt Oil. And they present that like that's bullcrap. It's the most true statement in the entire movie. Absolutely it was. But at least they got the stuff in there about Operation Mongoose. So that's when, people always ask me about the Kennedy assassination. Always ask me who did it and why and all this stuff. Well, it's funny how in 2023 people are still confused on that. At least Oliver Stone did mention Operation Mongoose in the film. That's an important aspect of this. Look, the fact of the matter is the mafia got Kennedy got Kennedy elected in the first place. And then when he botched the Bay of Pigs, which the CIA hired the mafia to whack Castro in Cuba because they were trying to get back in Cuba to get their casinos back in Cuba, because after the revolution, Castro kicked the mafia out of Cuba. And so they were trying to get back in there. And when Kennedy shut down the whole Bay of Pigs thing, then he was a marked man, not only, but then he fired Alan Dulles and all that. Everybody knows that, the head of the CIA. So between that, he was a marked man with the CIA, and he was a marked man with the American La Cosa Nostra, the mafia. And that's ultimately what led to his death. Of course, Jack Ruby, he was the bag man for the Dallas Mafia, the Chicago outfit here in Dallas. Dallas was a wholly owned subsidiary of the Chicago Mafia in those days, 100%. And Jack Ruby, being a Jew, Rubenstein, he could never be a made man, but he was an associate with the Chicago Mafia, and he ran backroom card games, illegal gambling, prostitutes, stuff like that, and then, kicked up his monthly amount to the bosses and the guys in the Chicago Mafia. But that's how that comment, mob guys like Jack Ruby were hooked up with Hunt Oil. Well, that came about, I talk about this in Ball Sports and the Mafia in America, but how that came about was because these guys like these oil guys, or Hunt, actually, H.L. Hunt was not even an oil guy yet. These guys would come up from East Texas and to come play in these backroom card games and go to Ruby's clubs, like the Carousel Club. My grandpa and my great uncle used to go to Ruby's clubs back in the day and stuff. But what would happen was these guys would come up from East Texas to play cards at these games, and H.L. Hunt would take his winnings and he would buy these oil leases in East Texas, in Kilgore and stuff, off of these guys that would come up and play in these card games. And that's how he acquired all, and he became the richest man in the world. He was the richest man in the world at the time of the Kennedy assassination. And again, I talk about this in Ball Sports of the Mafia in America. The taxes and whatnot they were getting ready to levy against the oil and gas industry, that played in heavily to it. So you had the oil guys, you had the CIA, you had the Chicago outfit mafia. All of these, that's three different entities. They all had a vested interest in seeing Kennedy killed. So I hope that helps people understand better. It's crazy how people still don't understand and get that. It was not one person, one thing. It wasn't just the CIA who wanted to kill him. That wasn't it. Too much emphasis has been put on that. Of course, I expose the CIA and expose what they've been up to for years and years and years, but to try, and as JFK tried, as Oliver Stone tried to do in his JFK film, try to assign blame strictly only to the CIA, that's short-sighted, and it's a mistake. And just like I show in my 2016 film, The Spellcasters Volume 1, you had, L. Ron Hubbard. Handwriting analysis show he was the guy who wrote the letter that was passed off saying there was going to be an assassination that they claimed was by Oswald. But handwriting analysis shows it was L. Ron Hubbard's handwriting, because he had a vested interest in seeing Kennedy out too, because Kennedy was shutting down the CIA, and he had Scientology raided, and he had all their e-meters and stuff confiscated just 2 weeks before the assassination happened. And that never gets talked about. And as I expose in my film, The Spellcasters Volume 1 from 2016, the reason that is because that's the whole conspiracy movement in general that spawned from the Kennedy assassination, spawned from this attempt to shift blame to the CIA, and exclusively only the CIA, and to hope that no one ever digs in and tries to look into the interest that L. Ron Hubbard, who came out of the CIA and stuff and formed Scientology from all the things he learned while he was in the MK Ultra program after the OSS stint he had after the OSS became the CIA. But yeah, man, this is so difficult. I never thought this would be as tough as it is to try and do a live podcast here at Dewey Plaza. I'm a maniac. What the fuck I was thinking? Oh well, no, it's cool. But Yeah. I just, it's, one of the things I've done with all of my work is try to sift through the facts and separate the facts from the bullshit and stuff. And there's a lot surrounding Kennedy assassination and that was mind-blowing to me in 2016 when I made Spellcasters Volume 1, this idea that you had this other entity, Scientology, who would have a vested interest in the idea that trying to pin the Kennedy assassination exclusively on the CIA. And of course, as I exposed Jim Marr's connection to Scientology, and I exposed that in the film, and I exposed, just how the whole genre of conspiracy spawned from Scientology. And I still think, even though I came out with that in 2016, I still think enough people still don't know that. And they still don't know how ensconced in the whole conspiracy movement that Scientology is and has been forever and always will be. But it's important for me to expose that and get that out there. And it's something I've always done. I'm just puzzled by Robert Groden not being at his table, man. That is fucking weird. I mean, on this day of all days, this would have been the day, you know what I mean? Because he's down here 24/7. Kind of made me worried about him a little bit. He's got some black guy working selling his stuff. I don't know. Something doesn't seem right about it. Anyway. Oh, Jesus Christ. Are you kidding me? Really? Okay. Oh, this guy walking with a mask on. Who's this masked man? What are you doing, dude? You getting ready to rob a fucking bank? You walking around in fucking November 2023 with a fucking mask on? Get the fuck out of here, dude. What the fuck? This is actually kind of cool. I mean, this is so different to be sitting here doing recording this live show. But yeah, like I said, the Hunt oil family was hooked up with mob guys like Jack Ruby. That's the whole point. Again, you had not just one group or one entity. You had the CIA. You had Scientology. You had the mob. All of these forces, and they were all connected to the CIA. Again, Operation Mongoose, that was the plan where the CIA hired the mafia to whack out Castro in Cuba. And again, when Kennedy shut that whole thing down, then he became a marked man in the eyes of the mafia. So you had the mafia, you had Scientology, you had the CIA. I mean, all of these individuals and groups all at once had a vested interest in seeing him, and the oil, again, the oil and gas company, that's four. They all wanted him whacked. So it all came together and was a perfect storm that led to the assassination here 60 years ago on this day, November 22nd, 1963. I shot some stuff here for my 2014 film, Lost Secrets of Ancient America, Volume 2. I was really shocked when I learned about how the structures here are lined up to the equinox and solstice sunsets and sunrises, because I discovered that in so many ancient sites across America that I traveled to, including the Rockwall even has those alignments and stuff as well. But if you watch my film, Lost Secrets of Ancient America, Volume 2, you can see the footage I shot here. You can see the alignments that happened. Yeah, this place was built decades before the Kennedy assassination. I mean, I'm sure most of you know by now, but I mean, they chose this place because it had these alignments. I talk about the Deneb portal and all that sort of stuff, the different stuff in the film. Just watch All Secrets of Ancient America on TV. I haven't seen it yet, but it is rather stunning to be in here during the solstice and equinox, the sunsets and stuff, and to see how the sun comes through these structures at sunset on the solstice. Yeah, but definitely, I mean, that's why they chose this place. This place was spiritually charged. I mean, it's like as I've talked about before too, you can still see some remnants of it. There was, from what I've been able to find, there was an ancient mound. You can still see part of it in this area. They plowed through to make the Elm Street and the whole structure here of Dealey Plaza that we see. But I'm just glad nobody's recognized me yet. I don't get recognized that much. Fucking nobody knows who I am. I'm fucking nobody. But, you know, I still like that, though. I like the fact that I can still, you know, walk around with anonymity and nobody, occasionally, once every few years, somebody will recognize me. Hey, aren't you Josh Reeves? Yeah. That happens every now and again. Not often, but, you know, I like it. I don't want to be recognized. I don't want people, like, you know, if you know me and you listen to something, you see me, that's fine. But, you know, I don't know. I'm just still perplexed. I see a crowd, no? Let's say I thought I saw a bigger crowd gathering around Robert Groden's table. I thought maybe he came back, but he has not. So, I don't know, man. That's odd. That is fucking weird. It just doesn't even feel right to be here and to not see Robert in his usual spot where he's been for decades, and he's fought so hard with the city of Dallas to get the right to have and distribute his information on the Kennedy assassination. So that's really weird. Anyway, let's move around a little bit. Let's see if we can move locations here. Anyway. They're having a lot of awesome stuff going on over at the... Oh, I'm sorry. Jesus. I'm going back to where I was. I had a good spot, and I was like, oh, let's shift locations from it. No, that wasn't a wise move. As soon as I started shifting locations, people start fucking trying to walk in there and get in my way and shit. It's so weird. If people see someone with a... Not so much with the camera anymore, but definitely I still got like a sore thumb wearing this Yoko was a Patsy shirt and holding a microphone. Everybody, you know, people tend to look at you like, who the fuck is this guy? Yeah, for real, who the fuck is this guy? Josh Reeves, motherfucker, that's who. Anyway. Oh, that's not going to be good for the audio. Fire truck. I'm standing in this enclosure behind the Abraham Zapruder spot, and it's like an echo chamber, like I was mentioning. God, I would love to record some. This would be a great place to record acoustic guitar in this place. It's so echoey and man. But I think that was used to the advantage of the assassins as well. I think that these structures behind where Abraham Zapruder was standing, not far from the picket fence, where clearly the kill shot came from, it's very echoey. So any shots that were coming from various directions would be hard to pinpoint because of the sound reverberation that you would have gotten. A sound of a rifle anywhere in this vicinity would have echoed through these chambers, these structures behind the knoll, and it would have been hard to pinpoint exactly what direction the shots were coming from. And there was a lot of confusion with that. You know, there was people saying they heard shots over here, people saying they shot, you know, but there was multiple reports of people seeing smoke coming from behind the picket fence and stuff. So definitely we know that's, you know, and if you stand over in that area, you can see the trajectory of where that kill shot would have came from. That really was the most perfect spot. I've walked this plaza so many times. You know what's interesting? There's another... Oh, wow, there's construction going on over there. That's interesting. You know, the other side, on the other side of the plaza, there's another one, you know, these structures behind this British spot. There's another spot like that. And there's another grassy knoll on the other side. No one ever goes over there. Well, I think I've only ever been over there once. I did an interview for a documentary over there once, which never came out. But it was for somebody did an interview with me one time. But yeah, it's interesting how no one ever goes on that side over there. It's pretty uneventful. I was here one time and they had John Lennon's piano down here that belonged to like Elton John or George Michael or somebody like that. Yeah, I was hoping maybe they'd have that again today, but no such luck. And again, I'm thinking about going over to the guy's this table, Robert Grund's table, and asking the guy, "Hey, what's going on over here? Where's Robert at?" You know, I mean, for him to not be here on this day, on the 60th anniversary, that's fucking weird. Makes me worry about him. Hope he's not ill or, you know, anything like that. Shout out Robert Groden. Robert Groden, if you hear this later at some point, man, we love you. Sad to not see you here on this day. So fucking weird. I mean, it's hard for me to focus on anything except that, because I'm standing right in front of or under the structure by where his spot is, and to not see him there is just weird. Very weird. But anyway. Yeah, man, like I said, I didn't even know about any of this stuff until I was like 14 years old. And I quickly started consuming all the information I could find on the whole thing, and that's what led me to this and the stuff that I do now. It's just fascinating how much interest there is on that. Man, that's what I need. I need a table like that. I just don't make my movies in physical formats anymore because it's too much of a pain in the ass. You have no idea how much storage space you have to have. I don't have room to be storing physical media, but I wish if I had some of my JFK related movies on disc and had a table down here, or could get them on Robert Groden's table, God, I'd be cleaning up right now. I almost wish I had something physical I could be selling right now. I just don't. Anyway, nonetheless, hopefully people that were here maybe will find this on YouTube and hear it later and support my work and buy my films. Like I said, I've made 8 just this year alone. And another film I made, the JFK Office of Naval Intelligence and UFOs, as part of my Reality of Illusion series. That's on sale in the download store too. You should get a copy of that if you've never seen it. That's a really good research effort by me as well. You know, I don't think maybe I have to use the bathroom or something, but you know, I don't think I've ever been in the Assassination Museum, aka the School Book Depository. I don't think I've ever actually been in there. I chased a spook who was following me around there one time, and he disappeared into a side door, but that was it. Yeah, it's weird. Like I said, it's weird trying to record people fucking staring at you. What's this guy doing? Who the fuck is this guy? Anyway, it is a beautiful day. It's in the mid-50s. Sun's shining. It's a beautiful day here in Dallas, Texas, and usually they have like people doing speeches, and you know, they commemorate it at 1 p.m. and stuff. They haven't done anything like that this year. There's nothing official going on. Usually they have like a PA set up and people talking and stuff. There's nothing like that going on today, which is very odd considering if it was any other year, I wouldn't think anything of it. But for this to be the 60th anniversary, and Robert Groden's not here, and they're not having any speakers or, you know, a PA set up, people talking, that's I don't know. It's very weird. It's mostly just people just sitting, congregating on the grassy knoll, and not much else going on, guys. I really thought I was going to have more to report, or at least cover, you know, people giving speeches, talking about the Kennedy assassination and stuff. Again, being the 60th anniversary, but there's nothing like that going on. It's really quite uneventful down here. Way more uneventful than I thought it would be. So, yeah, I don't know. Try to capture some of the sounds here. Oh, what's going on down here now? There's some people congregating down by the actual kill spot. Oh, there's somebody holding court with a microphone. Who the fuck is this guy? He's got on one of those Burger World headset microphones like he's fucking... What the fuck? Oh, this is probably some fucking QAnon or something. There's definitely guys with selfie sticks walking around, filming video stuff. Yeah, it seems like other people had the same idea as me, but nonetheless, this is the fucking global reality, and they're not. So, 16 years on air, motherfuckers. Just because you guys got a smartphone. Look, this guy's walking around with a Burger World headset. He got like a portable PA in his hand or something? What the fuck? He comes over here where I'm at. I almost let you do this. There he comes, Burger World headset guy. What the fuck? I don't recognize him. He's not anybody known. The amount of people following him like the fucking Pied Piper. Oh, what the fuck? Hey, you hear that? That's a little portable. Yeah, fuck off with your Burger World headset, buddy. Your little portable PA. I fucking would have brought my whole PA system if I would have fucking known that. I set up a fucking table down here with a microphone and PA and just blast it out. Oh, showing off the Zapruder spot. Yeah, like I said, that Zapruder spot is way higher up there. There's all kinds of crazy theories. I heard somebody one time say that they believed that Zapruder's camera had a gun in it, and that the headshot came from a CIA camera that Zapruder was using, and he used the viewfinder on the camera kind of like you would use a scope on a gun. I mean, it's completely unfounded bullshit. To my knowledge, CIA never had anything remotely like that. And it just doesn't add up or make sense. But I have heard that. So I put that in the same category as the people that believe that the driver turned around and shot Kennedy with a revolver pistol. Total bullshit. The velocity you can see that the bullet has when it strikes his head from the Zapruder film is unmistakably from a rifle. Anyway, I guess somebody stared at me. Like, who the fuck is this guy? I think it's hilarious. I'm nobody. Fuck off. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Worry about yourself. I'm serious. I don't give a fuck. I say that shit to people. Because I'm sitting here trying to record and somebody's staring at me like, fuck you, dude. Fuck off. None of your fucking business what I'm doing. What are you doing? I got as much right to be here. Fucking, this guy's over here with a fucking Burger World headset putting on a fucking seminar like he's at a mega church or something. Dude, fuck off with your fucking little headset mic and your PA. This is not officially sanctioned by anyone here. This guy's just fucking doing this. Whatever, dude. And still no sign of Grodin. Grodin, where the fuck you at, buddy? I'm serious. I'm gonna have to go home and do some research. It's just really bizarre. I mean, you have a guy that looks like he is a vagrant, like selling his material and stuff, and he's not here anywhere to be found. I mean, that was really part of what I was going to do today. I was actually going to stage an impromptu interview with Robert Grodin because I thought, he's in my first film, 9/11 New World Rising in 2007, and I thought, who better to talk to on the day than him? So yeah, that kind of shot my whole plan. Really. That was part of what I was going to do. I was going to do this part of the time, and then I was going to go talk to him, discuss with him the because I never really got the whole story on. I mean, there's bits and pieces. You can find stuff on the internet about it, but I wanted to get it from his mouth. The whole story on how it came to be that he hooked up with the comedian Dick Gregory to bring the Zapruder film out with Geraldo Rivera in the early 1970s. I mean, people either don't know or forgot or whatever. That was what put Geraldo on the map originally. Because with Robert Groden and Dick Gregory, they were responsible for getting the Zapruder film to Geraldo and getting it shown to the public for the first time. Again, it just really, I don't know, shakes me up, man. Robert Groden might be in his spot. There's got to be something wrong with him. I hate to think the worst, but to know how hard he fought for so many years and fought the city of Dallas and sued them and won to get his spot down here, and for him to not be here on this day, truly, truly bizarre, truly weird. I don't know. I keep hoping maybe he'll show up or he's coming late or I don't know, but again, like I said, his table's there, all the stuff's there for sale as it usually is, but I got some vagrant working his table. I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, yeah, that kind of shot my whole plan. I mean, every time I've ever been here, he's always here. I mean, he's ubiquitous in Dealey Plaza. I mean, he's as much of a mainstay as the Knoll itself at this point. Anyway, I wanted to ask him how it came to be that how did Dick Gregory get involved with him with bringing the Zapruder film out? How did that work? I don't even know. I always wondered about that. What end did Dick Gregory have in getting the Zapruder film brought to the public? I've never quite heard the whole story about how that came about and whatnot, so I was hoping to find out today. But now it doesn't look like that's going to happen, so I don't know. Or at least the Burger World headset guy fucked off. I don't know. It gives me maybe I should do that next year. Get a little headset mic like I'm working the drive-thru at McDonald's and fucking a little portable PA. Come down here and start fucking. I don't know. I don't think I could do that. I'm embarrassed enough just doing what I'm doing now with my portable audio recorder and a microphone. People staring at me like, who the fuck is this guy? What's he doing? No, you can't come. People look at me a few times like they want to come talk on the mic or something or see what this is like. You're not coming to talk on the fucking mic. Fuck off. Fuck you. What the fuck ever. But yeah, this is the most uneventful time I've ever had in Dealey Plaza. I mean, for this to be the 60th anniversary, I mean, there's people here, but I just thought it was going to be like it has been in the past when I've been here. They've had speakers and they've had, it was like a presentation. It was like a big deal. Today's been nothing. I mean, even at 1 o'clock, the time of the assassination, there was, no commemoration. They might have like a military flyover or something, or, 10-gun salute or some shit. I don't know. None of that. Nothing. It's weird. That's the overarching description I can give of this day. It's just weird. This is weird. Is it because the fucking QAnon fucks came down here and took over? I don't know. I haven't really seen it. I mean, I'm sure there's some here, but it's just weird. This is the weirdest vibe that I've ever felt in Dealey Plaza before. And definitely the weirdest on the anniversary of the Kennedy assassination I've ever experienced. Something just seems off. Something doesn't seem right. The people, too, are kind of weird. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Probably is me. I'm the fucking weirdo, right? But no, again, between Robert Groden not being at his spot, some black vagrant guy handling his material, and, no kind of commemoration at 1 o'clock. I mean, I made an effort to get down here early and stuff so I could document all of this. I thought it would be kind of a cool thing to do, to document the happenings at the memorial, at Ground Zero, at the Grassy Knoll, and do this show live from the Grassy Knoll and cover all the things happening and stuff, but there is nothing happening. And it's interesting because all the people walking around look like they're confused too. People are kind of walking around like they don't know what the fuck they're doing here either. They're walking going, what the fuck? I think people like me also were expecting there to be anything going on. There is not jack shit going on. That's really bizarre. Again, Dallas, 1 p.m. I mean, you thought there would be something. I thought they would have you could have had the Blue Angels do a flyover or something at 1 o'clock or, I mean, we have this entire area here that since 1963 has never been used for anything. It was like after that happened, I mean, they renovated this and cleaned it up and made it the whole plaza way better than it used to be. But again, as I've talked about before, interesting that this, you can definitely tell when you're standing here, this was a one time a giant mound they cut through. And it was also the site of the first Masonic Lodge in Texas. Actually, the spot where the book depository building was actually the very first Masonic Lodge ever in the state of Texas. Yeah. So again, this place was definitely chosen because it was already imbued with magical properties and oh man, this is just weird. I'm sorry, guys. I really thought I was going to have more for you today as far as this show and stuff. I just thought this was a great idea. I just could never have expected it would be as uneventful and weird. Now people are sort of, filing out. There's less people here now than there was when I got here. This is just bizarre. This truly is. This is really weird. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, I smell some... Holy shit. Damn, that smells good. Oh, somebody is smoking some sweet cheapin' down here on the Grassy Knoll. What the fuck? Puff, give, motherfucker. Pass it to your boy. That shit smells good in the motherfucker. God damn. That's some stanky danky. I gotta honestly say that I've never seen that before. You think there'd be a regular thing down here, right? I've never ever smelled any weed down here before. Somebody is smoking some dank. The fuck is that? The Oswald blend? Jesus. Puff, give. Pass it to your boy. I'll hit that shit. Damn, that is some. So it's right over here by where the picket fence is too. That's where I'm at. Somebody's burning one. God damn. That smells like a skunk's asshole. God damn. Puff, give. That is some stanky thing. This is just a weird experience. It really is. Somebody's burning some skunk weed down here on the Grassy Knoll. I've never seen anybody smoking weed down here before. It is the most surveilled spot in Dallas, by the way. So never been able to pinpoint exactly why, but it's been that way for years, even since before, smartphones and all of that stuff. And the FBI building's just right over there. It's on the other side of the other Grassy Knoll, which I mentioned earlier. And the FBI's been the FBI building since before the Kennedy assassination. It's interesting how I've never heard many people, or can't recall anybody ever talking about that. Man, I'm getting a full blast of this, whoever's smoking this Chiva. The wind is blowing through this little cutout in the structure behind the Zapruder spot. And try to take a picture. Oh, man. I should have had somebody come with me and just shoot video of me while I was doing this. I just didn't think about it. Like I said, I also didn't expect it would be as unfucking eventful today as it has been. It's just weird. Nothing going on, no commemoration, nobody doing speeches. You know, this Robert Grodin's not here. This is just where people are down here smoking fucking weed like it's a fucking summer of love. I don't have a problem with it, but I'm just saying. It's just, you know, so I got a different experience in all the years of coming here. So, yeah. But definitely, you know, check out my films where I was thinking about doing that this year. It was just the cost. I couldn't cover the cost of renting a space and having a screening of it. I was going to make a JFK supercut, like of all the JFK info from all of my films. I still may do that at some point, and then have a screening and stuff and do a Q&A, but just fucking weird. The vibe is so weird down here. Not somber, not... I don't know, I can't describe it. It's very odd. Of course, you know, you always have the touristy types. I mean, that's 365, 7 day, you know, that's 365. Every day there's touristy types down here. It's really the main tourist attraction in Dallas. What else do we have? There's not fucking shit else here to see, really. Anything is, there's not anything to do down here either. I mean, that skunk is smelling dank, though. Somebody's firing it up. I don't know what's going on. Everybody's looking at me like it's me. Don't look at me, motherfucker. I don't got no hookups for no skunk weed like that. I haven't had weed hookup in years. If I do smoke anything at all these days, I smoke the Delta 8 stuff, which is federally legal, which you can buy at vape shops and stuff. You know, I'll smoke that, but this is not some Delta 8. This is some like straight up skunk weed from fucking Haight Ashbury or some shit. It's probably a Q8 on her. Didn't they think fucking Robert Kennedy was going to show up down here or something and fucking come back alive, come from the dead like Jesus? That's fucking waggy. Y'all motherfuckers think I'm waggy. I ain't nothing compared to them fools. Anyway, there's Burger World Boy again with his headset. He's just walking around like he's Joel Osteen or something. He hasn't said anything particularly interesting so far that I've seen or heard, but... Anyway. Again, just a very weird vibe here in Dewey Plaza today. I can't put my finger on it. I don't know. I'm thinking about heading out soon, man. It's not very interesting. There's nothing going on. I haven't seen anybody I recognize. You know, I was thinking maybe I'd see somebody. I don't know. Maybe there's stuff going on at the Texas Theater tonight. If I had the money, I'd go over there. They're having a whole bunch of JFK stuff over there, and they're showing the director's cut of Oliver Stone's JFK at like 7:30 tonight. I just don't have the money to take an Uber over to that part of town because, you know, that was the other thing about, it struck me as odd about the whole Oswald story. The whole story about how he went from Dewey Plaza to Oak Cliff at the Texas Theater where they apprehended him. On foot in like an hour? No fucking way, dude. Not even 93. That's on the other side of town. Way on the other side of town. There's no fucking way Oswald could have made it on foot from the Book Depository building to Jefferson Avenue on Oak Cliff, where the Texas Theater is, on foot, and then shot what was the cop's name? I can't remember right now off the top of my head. So that's the story. And then he went in a movie without paying for it. They're showing the movie that was on when Oswald went in there. And he walks in the movie without paying for it, and then that's how they apprehend him. It doesn't make sense. There's no way you could make it from here to there on that side of town in the short amount of time he did on foot. No way. I mean, that's 10, 15 miles. And a car doesn't seem that far, but, it's just, again, another one of those little things that's just completely impossible. But, of course, we know he was a patsy. We know he was a scapegoat. Just like Yoko. I got the shirt on. Yoko was a patsy. Get Fall the movie. It's in the download store now. It's my crowning achievement of my years of research and work. If you think you know everything to know about the Paul is dead, so this is not the normal Paul is dead. So this is all new research and all new information no one else has ever found before me. So if you're into new stuff no one's ever found before, which I've done a lot with my films, definitely get Fall the movie right now in the download store, as well as any of the other films I've come out with this year. Balls Fourth and Off in America, the extended director's cut. Aliens or Nah, the complete guide to the fake alien invasion. Climate of Fear, the Club of Rome. Safe but Deadly, the DDT myth exposed. The Jobulon film I made, One True God. The Unholy Trinity, about Jobulon and Freemasons and the one true God of Abrahamic religions. Got to see that one. My most visually stunning film to date, as well as all my other films. The Spellcasters, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And Fall the movie, which is technically the final installment of the Spellcaster series. It is kind of nice, though, to be outside and be in the open air here recording a... Oh, hello, how you doing? Not often that happens. Cute. Cute girl just kind of flirted with me. How you doing, baby girl? Looking for a redheaded conspiracy theorist to hook up with? Let's go. I'll take you behind the grassy knoll and show you the kill shot. I'm just talking shit now. I'm bored. I should probably wrap this up soon and get out of here. It's just like, just keep thinking, hey, maybe Groden will show up. Maybe he'll be down here. That just shook me to the core. I just cannot. I'm thinking about going and asking the guy. Oh, fuck it. Let's do it. Well, ask him. Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm alright, how are you?
Doing good. Where's Robert at?
He left, him and Janet left.
Oh, really?
I saw him here, he gave a speech or something like that. I missed all that.
Me too.
So it was real crowded when I got here, but I missed everything.
I was hoping to get to see him today, but I'll check back later. Thank you, man. Okay, so I guess they did all the interesting shit before I got here. Well, fuck. I figured 1 p.m. was the key time to get here or whatever, but according to the guy running Robert's table, he left. He gave a speech earlier and then left. So he was here. I just missed him. All right. Well.
You couldn't even see the number down below. And the shooter won't hang out the window.
Well, I know when you shoot him on Houston Street. They're way over here.
Right.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you.
The perfect place to shoot it in would have been when they came off of Main Street before they made the turn onto Houston. And that, from the 6th floor, they'd had a perfect shot, and they right on the street, and they had a complete shot to the side of the head. You could have got a headshot.
You take care of yourself.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure meeting you. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. So yeah, that was interesting. Someone who was here on the day talking about, I don't know who that was. He was an old guy. That dude looked like he had 1 foot in the grave. But anyway, yeah, so Robert Groden, I guess, was here, gave a speech, and bounced. So I missed him. I just figured, 1 o'clock, it happened at 1 o'clock. Well, it's the prime time to get down here, and if there's anything going on. That in the past, that's the way it's always been. they'd have like a commemoration thing at 1 o'clock at the time it happened, and it didn't. So bummer. I'll have to try to come back down here another time, catch Robert, because I really, like I said, I wanted to get the skinny from him on just exactly how the whole thing with him and Dick Gregory being the ones that brought the Zapruder film out to Geraldo Rivera in the early 1970s really came about. Why did he hook up with the comedian Dick Gregory to do that? I always never been able to find an answer to that question, really. And me and Robert are cool. Like I said, he's in my first film, 9/11 New World Rising. I interviewed him right here at his table, 2007, for that film, and he told a story about how he used to work in the World Trade Center buildings and stuff, and how they would sway at night and stuff. Interesting. But it's deader than disco down here in fucking Dewey Plaza. So I think I'm going to wrap it up right there. Again, folks, please support my work. We're on zero, and I'm trying to just afford to be able to eat right now. Dayglow76 at yahoo.com on PayPal. Reeves Radio, all one word, lowercase letters. Reeves Radio on Cash App. That's Reeves Radio on the Cash App. And Dayglow76 at yahoo.com on Yahoo, on PayPal to download. And also my download store and buy membership to the show, okay? And YouTube is screwing me over again. Like, I haven't been screwed enough through the years for throttling my views and demonetizing me for no reason. Now they're doing this thing where they won't allow my links to be clickable unless I put in... It's asking me for information from an ID. I am not giving my ID information to fucking YouTube or Google so they can have that information to sync up with whatever I put on YouTube. Are you out of your fucking mind? That is some Gestapo shit. You know what? I think it's time. I've resisted because of the connections to, right-wing conspiracy stuff with Rumble. I think I'm going to start a Rumble channel and put my stuff on there. I think you can monetize over there at least. Fuck. I don't think I've got a choice. Asking me to put in identification information in order to make my links to my download store and stuff clickable on YouTube after I've had a YouTube account. I had a YouTube account since 2006 since it started. I had a director's account since YouTube was barely even up and running. I think it's pretty clear that, with 27,000 subscribers on YouTube, 17 years of having this channel, and you want me to put in identification card information in order to make my links? That sounds like a scam to me. No fucking way I'm doing that. Fuck you. So yeah, it's important as ever, folks, that you support my work and go to the download store and make downloads, because YouTube is now making it almost impossible for me to be able to put my links. I mean, they won't even let me put links to my download store when I put an announcement video up for my films. So no wonder my sales are down. I had no idea. And then it says you need to verify your account, put in identification card information. Fuck you. No fucking way am I doing that. Why? So you can connect my ID to whatever I post on YouTube? Is that so you can send the Gestapo after me if I post something you don't like? Are you out of your fucking mind? Is there any fucking thing in your head that makes you think I'm the fucking guy that would do that? Fuck you. Well, that's Gestapo tag. I'm telling you, man, YouTube is horrible. And they're just getting worse. So, yeah, I'm going to look at other options like Rumble and stuff to put stuff out on. Maybe they'll try and get us a newer audience, too. I don't know. Anyway, like I said, it's uneventful down here. Robert Groen was here and gave a speech, and I missed it. What the fuck? Why did you do it before 1? 1 is the time. That's when everything happens down here on November 22nd, usually. So I guess I missed him. Oh, well. Well, I don't know. I don't really got anything else to say, guys. And like I said, I thought I might see somebody. I was hoping maybe I'd see somebody like Oliver Stone down here. I'd grab him and get him on the mic real quick, but no such luck. Oliver's not here. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to head out, man. Head back to the studio and get the standard edition of Ball Sports of the Mafia in America up on YouTube for you. And get this show up. And now I don't know which one will hit YouTube first, the movie or this. you may be hearing this and the movie's not up yet. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I hope you guys are well. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, folks, and I just want to go have some food with the family. And I don't have any money to do that, so please buy a copy of FAUL the movie. Make a donation, daygold76@yahoo.com on PayPal. Reeves Radio, all lowercase, one word, on the Cash App. And, $40, $50, whatever you can do. Buy some downloads just so I can, go have a meal. I haven't had a meal today yet either. I'm starving. And so I can go have Thanksgiving, have holidays with my family tomorrow. I do this 365 days a year, guys. I don't have vacation time or time off or paid vacations or a paycheck at the end of the week. I can work 1,000 hours a month of this stuff and make nothing sometimes. It happens. We barely scrape by. So your support is vital, more vital now than it ever has been. Get my films, 8 alone this year, 8 new films. I've done my best work this year, and I hope that more of you will check it out. All right. Well, I'm going to wrap it up for now, guys. And we'll talk again soon. This is Josh Reeves coming to you live from the Grassy Knoll, Dealey Plaza, Dallas, Texas. Signing off.
Hey, folks. Josh Reeves here to remind you that the Global Reality is a 100% publicly funded operation that relies on the monthly support of our listeners for survival. We don't have paid advertisements or commercial sponsors who can ever dictate the content of our work. Donations can be made through PayPal by using my PayPal email address, dayglow76@yahoo.com. That's DAYGLOW76@yahoo.com. Or on the Cash App by using the cash tag Reeves Radio. All lowercase, one word, Reeves Radio on the Cash App. You can also purchase all of my work in my download store with all the films, audiobooks, and presentations I have made. And purchasing these items also helps us survive. You can also purchase a membership for the show and access years of archived shows. Support true grassroots media and activism, not beholden to commercial sponsors. We can't survive without you, so show your support today.